Daniele Neri, in Nutritional and Metabolic Biology, will present Fire Up Your Metabolism, Disentangling Brown Adipose Tissue Regulation via Sympathetic Nervous System.
You know how they always tell us that we need to lose fat because it's unhealthy? Well, what if I tell you that not all types of fat are bad? White fat, the type of fat that most people think of, stores fat. But brown fat is special because it actually burns fat to produce heat. And because it produces heat, brown fat is activated when you're exposed to cold temperature, such as when you go skiing or when you're stuck outside of a bar because all the seats inside are taken. But here's the fascinating part. Just like any furnace, brown fat needs a lot of energy to produce all this heat. So it acts like a vacuum to extract glucose and fatty acids from circulation and use it as fuel. As a result, turning on brown fat lowers the amount of glucose and fatty acids in your blood, which is also protective against metabolic diseases like type 2 diabetes. So how do we turn on brown fat? When you're cold, your brain activates the sympathetic nervous system, which then turns on brown fat. While hanging out in the cold or taking drugs that stimulate the sympathetics protect against diabetes, these interventions also target all these other organs and can strain the heart, increasing cardiovascular risk. This is where my project comes in. Can we activate the sympathetic signaling all in brown fat so that we get the metabolic benefits without increasing cardiovascular risk? To do this, I need to overcome two technical hurdles. First, I need to activate brown fat without affecting the heart. And to do this, I inject a newly developed virus in the brown fat of mice to selectively target the sympathetic nerves within this tissue, avoiding the heart. And this virus also allows us to turn on sympathetic nerves at will. So we are the first one to selectively activate sympathetic signaling in brown fat without affecting other organs. Second, we genetically engineer two new mouse lines to selectively activate two separate populations of sympathetic nerves that control brown fat. You can see on the right one population in green that controls fat cells or adipocytes, and the other one in dark blue that controls blood vessels within brown fat. Then we study what happens when we turn them on using the special virus from before and a platform that I developed during my PhD. When we turn on the nerves that control fat cells, we see increased heat and increased blood flow in brown fat. This is surprising because we were expecting the blood vessel nerves to control blood flow. Instead, turning on the blood vessel nerves directed the fat to extract glucose from circulation. So to summarize, we developed a new toolkit to selectively activate sympathetic signaling in brown fat, and we used it to distinguish between the function of nerves that control fat cells versus blood vessels, showing that you only need to activate the blood vessel nerves within brown fat to lower blood glucose. The results from a project will lead to development of new targeted treatments against diabetes, but it doesn't end here. The approach that we use can be extended to other organs in our body, opening the study to studying how regulating blood vessel circulation, blood vessel control within organs throughout regulate metabolism. Thank you.